All right, since it's 10 o'clock, I thought we would come up here and see what we've got going on. I wanted to actually do a real live 4K live stream to see if it can actually be done. So all the equipment is in place. The cameras have been set up to be 4K. 4K for me and 4K for you. As the saying goes, you know that's what everybody says. The saying goes, it's 4K for me. I could switch to another mic so you can temporarily hear me, okay? That's what I worked on today. So I'm going to change the batteries in both so they'll be charged up for tomorrow night. So I'm going to put these in the charger and I'll come back in. And meanwhile, I'll talk to you. Or how about, is there a song for changing batteries? I'm changing batteries. I'm changing batteries. I've done this before. It feels like I do it every day. I'm putting in, okay, here is battery number 1. Battery number 1 looks good. And it says charged. Okay, here's battery number 2. Battery number 2 looks good. And it says charged. Here's battery number 3. And that one says charged. And this one is, it doesn't want to come out. Battery number 4. Okay, so that we have everything set up for tomorrow night. I'm putting all 4 batteries into the charger. This is tough work, you know. I get paid big bucks to do this, just in case you didn't know. Okay, so now I'm coming back. Oh, the mic that I turned on doesn't move. The mic that I turned on is the one that I wired up today. Adonde mobile, ah la 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 la. How does this microphone sound? How about if I pay attention to what I'm doing? I'm putting this in here. There it goes. Oh, the button is on. Okay, we got power. We've got power in that mic, but not the one in my pocket. So I have to actually go to the one in my pocket and put these AA batteries in here. Okay. And now I should have power back on the lapel. Can you say lapel? Lapel. Evan, can you say lapel? The funny thing is, Evan would say it. He's sitting there going lapel, lapel. Okay. Okay, does that sound better? Okay, so what I did is over this weekend, I have put a singing mic. When I was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for pretty girls that wore their hair down, but in curls. Okay, so that's the singing mic. And now we'll go over to the lav mic. So I wired those two guys up, so I will play this back so I can see what kind of refinements I have to do. So what I probably did is, with all the testing today, I probably wore down the mic that's in the lav mic, the batteries that are in the lav mic. So that is actually me fault, moi. Okay. So let's see, we got 5 people in here. Yes, that's a high. It's Sunday night, so I figured I want to see what 4K looks like. I want to see, you know, if the new equipment and the expenditure of this $1,150, it's more than the camera you want to buy, Evan, just to run 4K, because I wanted to try 4K up here. So let's go back to where I started. Evan says, hi, Peter. Hi, Evan. And Scott says, hi, Peter. Hi, Scott. Okay, and quick one. Ken is in the room. Hi, Peter. How you doing, Ken? I just got lonely. It's Sunday night. I know you didn't ask, but I'm answering the question that I think you would ask. So I kind of moved. The Nikon is in the same place, but I kind of moved the Olympus and put it over here and brought it forward. So it's like they both are acting similar to 50 millimeters. So see, that's the Nikon, and that is the Olympus. And I tried to get them both together. Who was it? Did you ask me on the phone, Evan, if I actually try to match up the cameras? So, hi, Ken. How are you doing? Scott says we lost the audio. Evan, my new little brother, Evan, the audio, and I think I got it back. It was the batteries. Scott, do you have your overhead lights on? Actually, I don't. Let's take care of that too. So, you should be glad I put clean underwear on. Seriously, I wasn't even thinking. I put on my pants, I put on a shirt, and I combed my hair, and then I came in here and I went live. This was like, it took all of 6 minutes to decide to go live, okay? Because I was laying in the bed and I'm thinking, like, what is everybody doing now? I wonder what everybody's doing. Well, I won't know till tomorrow night. So I figured, well, I set it up to do 4K so I can actually maybe do a recording tomorrow or something for the day, for the other channel. Now I could say the other channel. So I figured I want to see what it looks like live and see. I was almost not going to say anything to see if anybody said. So I turned the overhead lights. My hair light is on now. Do I look like, touch like an angel now? So, oh, I moved that a little bit too. I made it so that it's not hitting the tree as much. But if I come over here and I sit down and I go, oh, I want to talk to Evan for a few minutes. Evie, how you doing? Ev, that would be better. Ev. Evie would be if you're really tight, okay? So that's the story chair. But I still wanted a little light on my face there. So I didn't make it. I made it so it doesn't hit the tree so much. That's kind of what I did. And now we've got 4 people in here. Wow, it's a full crowd. Am I disappointed? No. So do you have your overhead lights on? Mizurki 3, the school teacher that does music, school teacher, things change. Things change. I left, it's not, first of all, it's not an old channel, it's active, it's my big channel actually. But the live streams were hurting it. People that didn't, they would go like and watch and they go, I didn't sign up for this, unsubscribe, boom. So I said, okay, let's move it all over here. And then I'm free now to talk and say what I like here, and people don't have to, stay on. We don't even have to talk about cameras. We can talk about anything. So, so that's why I kind of did that. It was a decision. I mulled it over, and my first decision was no, I'm not going to change it. I'm going to keep it the way it is. But every single live stream that I did, and how often do I live stream? Okay, I forgot your first name. You should put kind of like your first name and then a dash, and then after that you can put why did you leave the old channel. And if you do that for a couple of days, I'll remember your name, okay? So Mike at City Lights used to do that. He was really very good at that. So I decided I wasn't going to move over here. But every single night there would be 3 to 5 unsubscriptions. And my regular daytime videos don't have usually any people that unsubscribe. So 3 to 5, let's just say 3 times 5 days is 15 a week. So 15 and 15 is 30, and then the other 2 weeks is 60. That's 60 people a month that are unsubscribing if we just trickle along, okay? But the initial onslaught was like 300 to 400 people unsubscribed. So that kind of hurts. I'm trying to go up in subscribers, not down. So that is why I decided, all right, I'll move it over here. And I gave it a good strong push so that nobody would be left out. Because they might go tomorrow night and go like, where did Peter go? Where did Peter go? Evan knows, ask Evan. Right, Ev? Did anybody ever call you Ev? So Scott says, the lav mic is very good. Well, that's this one, okay? So if I push this button, I actually get to use my singing mic, but I have no reverb. But this mic has a limiter and a compressor on it too. That was out of tune. If I sang out of tune, would you get up and walk out on me? I'll get by with a little help from my friends. Yes, I'll get by with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I just need someone to love. Do you want anybody? I just want someone to love. And then all I have to do is push the buttons, and you notice there's no click and nothing else. Oh, I don't need this. Actually, yeah, I got it right. So the mic number 2 is the one that's on my chest, okay? And mic number 1 is the one, pop, 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 pop. Okay, so I get no response there. Okay, so we still got 4 people in here. Oh, they're flocking in. So, okay, 4K looks good on my 4K TV. Ah, thank you. I didn't know you had so this is really 4K. Let me just double check and make sure you guys want to see. I'll put it in live demo mode. Okay, we might as well, we'll boil it over. Okay, see if we're going to have a crash or anything. All right, so it's grayed out because while I'm in this mode, I can't change anything. I can't change from 40 or 30 frames per second. So the stream size is 4K 2160. Cool, huh? Cool, cool, cool. Frame rate is 30 frames per second. Use high quality video mode, and that's where it's going. So the video, that's just, that doesn't have an effect on the video. It just has how video performs. And I didn't change the mic delay. How is my lips in sync? So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, everybody run out the door. 1, 2, pick up sticks. 3, 4. Oh, I forgot it. That was so old. 1, 2, pick up sticks. 3, 4, close the door. 5, 6, this is great. 7, 8. No, I got it backwards. Okay, I'll remember it. So the mic delay is at number 4. I think I had it at number 5 before. I remember checking on this today. So that's basically what I did today. I played with this stuff. It sounds like a 2-minute thing, but it was about a 5-hour thing. Plus the room got cleaned, and all I've got left to do is to vacuum the floor. Who vacuums the floor in your house? You're looking at them right here. And let me tell you, I am into vacuum cleaners. So Ken says that it looks good on his TV. Thanks, Ken. I actually thought an hour or so ago it would be nice to see Peter tonight. You got your wish. And I don't know why I feel partial to the Olympus tonight. I moved the Olympus and put it over here. Did I spit? No, my finger's dry. It felt like I spit. I put it over here, and then because this is a 25mm lens, remember we were talking about that, Evan? Okay, so the lens on this camera is a 50mm lens, 50mm on the Nikon, and it's set to 1.4, okay? So now I took and I have a 25 millimeter, which acts like a 50. Remember, we cut that 4x6 down. So what I had to do is I brought it out. So it's about 1.5 feet on a tripod in front of the other camera. So they're not like next to each other like I had the other camera. So if you were looking that way, now they kind of look like that. So I have the Nikon just a little bit higher so that it doesn't get the wires and stuff that hang out. So see, when you look at this one, you don't see the wires and things out because the camera is maybe about 5 inches. So I have a happy medium because there's a rule, 4 inches above your eyes minimum, okay, never straight, so this way you're not looking, down at people. So I've actually raised that one up and lowered this one down, and so the cameras are just sitting there all happy, and that's what we got going. So let's see. So Ken wanted to see me, and God granted it. Look at that. I was laying in bed. I was about to start to watch a movie, and I just looked around to see what was going on YouTube, and I didn't see any. Rylan put a new video up. Actually, I forgot. Rylan did put a new video up. So he put a new video up today. So I watched this video, and he did a pretty good job, I got to say. He scared me. I think a wasp was trying to attack him or something, and he started yelling. So I did too. So both of you guys thought about me? That's pretty interesting. Ken says he's laughing. Dare I say I am addicted. So what is it saying? Hello, my name is Peter, and I'm not an alcoholic. My name is Ken, and I am not a Greggaholic. Peter, but you are a friend. That's what happens when people are friends. You kind of want to see each other. I was actually thinking of you, Evan, and who was the first guy in here tonight? Evan, right out of the blue. It was Evan. Came right in. It's like he was sitting there at his computer waiting. So I guess God kind of put me, maybe he stuck a pin in my butt. I was in my bed and I'm going like, oh, I better go in there. So I was going out the door and I grabbed this shirt. So these are going to get washed tomorrow. This actually looks a little wrinkly. I always go backwards. That's because I got it in the pile ready to go into the laundry. It doesn't smell. It smells fine. Okay, I only wore it once last week. So it could go another week, but I can't wait to use the new washer. So all the shirts are going to get washed tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I might get it. I might do it tonight. Let's see, Ken. Let's turn the comment for Ken off so I can turn the comment for Scott on. My friend Evan goes by the nickname of Evo. Kind of sounds like evil, but not really. You know what Evo sounds like to me? It sounds like a commander in a movie, not a movie. What do they call the things everybody plays? The kids play, the games, the electronic games. Evo sounds like the hero. Evo would be the hero of a video game. That's what I'm thinking of. Scott, the Windex is in the kitchen. Yes, I did some cleaning. I sprayed the handles on the refrigerator. I sprayed the handles on, I did everything but the glass, which Windex is designed to do. The handheld mic is just a bit thin. Well, maybe we will work on that since I have somebody to actually give me some feedback. But let's keep going. Ken, it's 4K because my TV's YouTube app, I select 4K. So if 4K is not available, would it allow you to go to 4K? I know it's 4K because I just showed you that it's 4K. And I don't know why I got this buttoned backwards. I can't button it forwards, but I managed to button it backward. Let's see, we got Jonathan. Jonathan, I didn't see you in here. I'm late, but I'm in here. We don't have anything scheduled. I don't do videos on Sunday night, and I don't do videos on Saturday night. So the next video is Monday night. Did you figure that out all by yourself? I'm so proud of you. But I was laying in bed and I missed everybody and I said, what, I wonder. Oh, yes, I wonder. Okay, let's see. He said it's thin. So I'm going to go over here. I wonder what, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I wonder what she's doing tonight. Okay, so let's turn on where I can come in and play with my microphone. So what mic number is this? This is mic number 1, all right? So it sounds thin. All right, so I'm going to make a change, but then I have to wait a little bit because remember, we got a lag going on. All right, so I'm going to change this and bring that up to be richer. And then I'm going to change and bring the highs to be a little bit lower. And the 1000 is about where my voice is, so I'm going to accentuate that. All right, so I guess I need to sing hands, washing hands, reaching out, don't touch me, and I won't touch you. I don't like having these wires. I just pulled this. Bum, bum, bum. Good times never seem so good. Hello, my friend, hello. It's so nice to see you so. Ah, da, la, da, la, da, da. All right, so that's with the changes. And now I will wait for Scott to give me, and Ken, we're both in. We're both telling me that the mic sounds thin. Okay, so when I fall in love, I will fall in love completely, or I'll never fall in love. How does the mic sound, Scott? Don't be quiet. Now's the time to tell me to change the equalizer, because the only way I can do it now is to sing and then play it back, and then try it again and play it back, and try it again and play it back. You get the drift? Okay, let's go back to the regular mic. 4 inches eye from the skies. Hello, is it Monday? No, it's not Monday. Okay, so Ken was agreeing about the mic. Mr. Camera, oh, you guys are kind of like streaming in little by little. I was getting ready to close it out. I connected everything up. I wanted, including a second mic that I can sing in, and I have an equalizer on this guy, so I wanted to actually see how it sounds when I'm singing. So this is not on now. You would actually hear it going thump, thump, thump. That one's on. All right, so Scott was giving me some feedback. Scott, I think once you add the audio effects, it will be easier to adjust. Okay. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to actually tell it to do what? I'm going to tell it to save what I just did. Okay. All right, so I'm not going to use the singing mic. I'm going to use the talking mic because we actually have some peoples coming in. So, Evo. I like Evo. I like Eve. I like Evie. He's 13 years old. He can be an Evie. The Windex is in the kitchen. Yes, because I was cleaning. Okay, I just adjusted the handheld mic. That's Jonathan came in and said hi. Ken said, yes, I agree about the mic. And Mr. Camera Junkie, hello. Hello, how are you? So did you hear the story why I'm on? Kip, he wants to know if it's Monday already. No, I'm ahead this time. I'm tired of you being ahead all the time, Kip. So I decided I will be ahead. It's Monday. What are you doing? It's Monday night, 11 o'clock. So what's up with you? No, I was laying in bed. That's what I was telling everybody. And I started to think, what's everybody doing? I won't know till tomorrow night. So I decided, the heck with it. I got up, I put on a dirty shirt. I put on clean pants. The pants are clean. Okay, I'm not sure. Am I wearing underwear? Yeah, I'll tell you later. Okay. And I came in here and I turned everything on, but I set it up with some different things. I moved the cameras around and I wanted to see how it would look. So only Evan came in, and I think Evan left me now. Evan, did you leave me, buddy? Where are you? So I turned it on, and lo and behold, Mr. Camera Junkie came to say hello. Scott came to say hello. Evan came to say hello. Kippy came to say hello. Hello, PeterGreggLive. Yeah, this is a PeterGreggLive show. And Mario, you guys got a Monday problem. No, I missed you. I wanted to see what you were doing. So I came in to see what everybody's doing and then go back to bed. But now everybody's coming in. We got 11 peoples in here. Is it Monday? Hello, Mr. Camera Junkie. I think the only resolutions available to show are the ones to choose from. Okay, good. So my Zerk 3 is 4 inches up from the eyes. Well, since you're a music teacher, how about a music lesson? Do, 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 re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Oh. Did I pass? Did I get an A? I need a reverb. I want to sing with a reverb. I like the sound of the reverb. Okay, Scott. Scott? Scott! What movie was that from? Scott! How do you feel about doing a spiritual show on Sunday nights for shut-ins and homebound people? I don't know of anyone doing a question and answer live show. Just preaching, not answering questions. Well, that's fine, but not on this channel. I think it would probably knock this channel out. I think that we ought to respect everybody's opinions, and I can do it over on my GodTubing channel. Maybe I can bring that one back to life again. When's the last time I put anything up on there, Scott? I know you were looking at them. I saw your comments. Now that you said that, I forgot. I did. I saw your comments on videos that are 7 years old. Golly gee whiz, Batman. So Scott goes on to say, I think once you add the audio effects, it will be easier to adjust. So Jonathan said, I had the same thought as Ken. I looked an hour or two ago, just in case you had a special Sunday night version on. So we're kind of getting stuck with each other, aren't we? It's becoming actually a family. It's not subscribers anymore. So how's my family tonight? What's my family doing? You guys are doing good? I don't feel under any pressure tonight or anything, but I normally don't. But I kind of liked starting at 10. That made it was comfortable. I have my normal energy from the daytime, where at 11, by the time I get off sometimes at 1, 2 o'clock, I can feel like I need a shot of M&Ms or something. Oh, bag of M&Ms is finished. It's gone. Did I turn on the other camera? Let me check. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. Yes, I even focused it. Holy moly, look at that. I am more up to date than I thought. So, where was I? Jonathan, I have notations on for Peter, so I get a pop-up in the Chrome browser when he starts. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could do that. Okay. And then Jonathan says, Ken, You know, quick one is called, his name is Ken, just in case you don't know. What I want is Mr. Camera Junkie to tell me his name, unless you don't want your name used. That I would respect that. And my Ziki 3, I don't know your name. Or if I do, I don't remember it. I was watching another video on YouTube and saw the notification. So that's good. And speaking of Marziki 3, the shower has good natural reverb, but I don't think you want to see me in the shower. It wouldn't be a pretty sight. My notifications don't work exactly like I want them to. I don't know how they work at all, to be honest with you. I don't have, Scott says 10 p.m. is great. I don't have them on because I don't like getting you have no idea how much email I get. You have no idea how many people try to call me. I have an answering, remember the old time answering machine where you sit there in the chair, you know, and you're doing whatever you're doing, you're reading a book or you're talking to Evan or something, and then you hear, hey, this is John from Macedonia or something like that, and I just wanted to talk to you, Peter. Do you mind? Because I need you to tell me what camera I need to buy. So can you call me right back? I'll be sitting here waiting for you. I got my hand on the phone. Beep. No, I don't think so. So I get plenty of calls, and I think election season is ramping up, because I get these kind of calls. Hello, in different language completely. It's like, okay, this sounds like a deal. So I listen in the background. If it's kind of like my brother or somebody, then my Zik 3, okay, yes, I washed at least 3 loads. And then tomorrow I'm going to wash shirts because I keep them separate. Because this one spins up really fast, 1,300 RPMs. You should see my t-shirts and my underwear. They're wrinkled. I guess they're plastered against the wall as it goes around. Do you guys remember the ride at the park or something where you would go in, everybody would walk in, and you put your hands up against the wall, whatever way you wanted, and it's a padded wall, and it just starts to go round and round, and it starts to go fast enough where they actually lower the floor, and you're just plastered up right up against the wall. I did that once. I never did it again. I got dizzy. So yes, the new washer is working, and hooked up, plugged in, working. And then we had a lightning storm, so now I unplug it when I'm finished washing the clothes, because everything is ding, ding, ding. Every time I touch it, there's a ding. So I can just see an electrical pulse, and it's like, hello, what's wrong with this washer? So I wash the clothes, I unplug it. End of story. That's not too bad. It isn't so hard to plug it in. You pick up the wire, and you go right up to the plug, and when you think you got it just the right, you push in. That's it, you're done. So I can handle that. So yes, it is hooked up, and I am a happy. I am extreme. I can't tell you how happy. I haven't seen my whites look that white in ages. I thought it was just, well, I didn't think there was anything wrong. They just look white, but these are like brilliant white. So yes, and I did a lot of studying, so I don't wash like a normal person. Like there's got a little drawer where you put your soap in the drawer, okay, and whatever else you're going to put in there. Well, I put a little bleach and maybe maybe 1/3 of the amount of bleach, because the cup said full. I'm going like, wait, I didn't even start pouring. So I put the bleach in there, and I didn't put any soap in the pull-out tray, and then I closed the tray. So I have this little, I guess it's from when the kids were young, when my mother and dad had the grandkids, a little cute little pail for kids to play with. So I put a half a scoop of the powder in there. I put maybe a heaping tablespoon. The powder is Tide, so I have Tide, okay? And powder, no liquid. The liquid's got an oil in it. It's designed to stick in the clothes, and it'll also stick and make mold. So I read no powder. So I switched out of the liquid stuff into powder maybe 2-3 months ago. So then I put the scoop of the powder in there, and then I have a scoop of phosphates. Yes, the bad stuff. Okay, and I have a little scoop from my protein powder, okay, or my vitamin thing, and I put to that. It equals about 1 heaping tablespoon. And I put that in the pail, and I give it like a shot glass of pine sol, because the body oils are oil, okay? So I give it a shot of pine sol, and what else do I put in there? Oh, and I put like a half a cup of just regular white vinegar. Then I go over to the sink. We have a sink in the washroom, and I put hot water, and I stir it. As a matter of fact, I got a spoon that I got down there just to do it and stir it. So after the clothes are in, and then I fill the pail up all the way with water. So it's diluted, so it's not like a soap splash. Then I poured it all in, and it got all over the clothes, and then I just turned the washer on. And I can't tell you how impressed I was at how white the clothes were, clean, and it even smelled good. I haven't smelled good clothes, you know. When you get clothes out of the washer, they smell like clothes out of the washer, okay? These smelled really good. So I'm impressed. I'd buy another one. That's how happy I was with that. Okay, so where was I? Jonathan, for those of us that have to get up at 4:45, 10 would be great. Well, you know, we might move it. I wasn't thinking of moving it to 10, but maybe 10, maybe 10, maybe 10. Mr. Camera Junkie, my name is Luis Vega. You can Google Mr. Camera Junkie. Well, you don't have to put your last name. What if you wanted to keep it private? Now everybody knows it's Luis Vega. Okay, but you'll have to put Luis there for a while because there's too many people that have fake names and then I can't remember. Scott Rogers, you remember the centrifugal force ride? Yes, that was a carnival ride. It's like all these people are just plastered to the wall. It's going round and round. And they made it so you could look like a ring from the outside, so you just go up. It was kind of like chest high. I guess they didn't want to have any accidents. And that was, I always thought that was amazing. It was just like something you don't see every day. People plastered to a wall. Now, Fernando, I don't know why. I remember his name. Oh, I know why. Hi, Peter. Hi, Fernando. Because the first time, I think he told me, I sang to him like this. Now I don't remember the song, Fernando. Da da la Fernando, la la da da la la, la 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 la, la da 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 la, la da 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 da. So I sang that song, and I guess it must have marked it in my mind or something, because when I see him, the yellow shirt, because I said that's a nice white shirt, and he said it's yellow. So I go, okay, I'm making a fool, awkward of myself. So now I remember, how you doing, Fernando? And Jonathan says, hi, Louis. Hi, Louis. Hey, Louis, how you doing? Thank you for, you actually made quite an impression on Evan, just so you know, because I spoke to him for an hour yesterday. So what you did was good stuff. Thank you. Thank you, young man. Thank you very much. So Evan will be buying, looks like the A6100. So we had a very nice conversation on the phone. And then Kippy, by the way, I hope that is currently in America. I hope that is currently in America. I hope this chat is good and safe with the current situation. Yeah, the TV is covering that 24/7. Everybody needs to stay home, be safe. You know, some of the young kids, my nephews and everything, niece, especially my niece, is like all shook up. And you know, I'm old enough. There was riots in the 60s. There was riots in the 70s. There was riots in the 80s. There was riots in the 90s. There was riots in the 2000s. There was riots again in the 2010s. Starting 2020, we got riots. So it's not new. And it's a little odd, you know, because it's kind of like deja vu. Here we go again. And it's just people getting hurt that's the bad part. And then people taking advantage, like this is a free shopping day. That's another bad part. So Donald is in the... My goodness, you guys, you're kind of shocking me. Hello, Peter. I'm at work right now, so you're looking great. Wish I could hear about the 4K stream. It's in 4K. There's nothing else to say. The cameras are set 4K, 30p. What's this thing called? Ecamm Live is set 4K, 30p. It's not perfect. You know, I do have a question. Anybody that knows, okay, and don't pretend you know if you don't know. When I look at my activity monitor, my CPU usage when I'm in 4K goes up to 125 to 135%. When I'm in 1080 60p, it's like at 80, 70, let's say between 60 and 80%. Okay, so just being a person that's looking at numbers, is it bad to be over 100%, or is that kind of like a normal thing? And how can a CPU be above 100%? Where is it getting the extra oomph? And that's probably why, well, it's not actually too bad right this second, but I've seen it where it gets a little awkward sometimes, okay? So I'm thinking maybe this computer, even though this is a high-end 2017 computer, maybe when I grow up and I have enough money, excuse me, if I get the Mac Pro, which has got 8, this has got 4 cores, the Mac Pro's got 8 cores, and it's got like a processor, the i9, this is the i7, maybe that'll be enough where I can actually do 4K with ease. So it kind of scared me when I saw it over, 100%. And it's like, even right now, if I go to activity monitor, so let's see, activity monitor app. Okay, so now I'm actually live streaming, and whoa, it's the highest I've ever seen it. It's a good thing I don't freak out easily. It's at 167% for Ecamm Live. And the next one is 31%. 169%. So I guess if I move, and it's got more stuff to do, let's see. Yep, it went up. It went down to 154, and then as soon as I move back up, it's 162. So I don't know. To me, it's scary, but I don't know anything about that. So I don't know if that's a bad thing. Obviously, it's not anything I can fix because you can't change this stuff. And the GPU is like at only like 38%. So it's not using the GPU. The iMac has a special media chip in a lot of the Macs, not the Pro, believe it or not the Mac Pro, but the iMac Pro, yes. Okay, and it uses that chip. Okay, so just wondering. So Don says I'm looking good. The rotor or the graviton. I remember the word graviton. I love that ride. I don't remember rotor. Lewis is saying hi to Jonathan, and Scott, where do you find phosphates? I need them for my dishwasher. I've been looking for a long time. I'm glad you asked. Okay, this is what you need to do, okay? Let's go over here, since this is, I don't have to worry about the time or anything, right? Let's go and let's open up my Safari. There's my Safari, and let's come in back here so I can have to go to the main camera because I don't have the main camera locked. Okay, so now I'm in Safari. So let me go to Safari, and I want to go to Amazon. Have I been there lately? No, okay. It's not hard to type Amazon, okay? All right, so for your dishwasher, this is what you get. You get Cascade Professional. Okay, Cascade Professional Fryer Boil Out. Okay, this is what we used to have 15 years ago. It's exactly what you would buy at Publix or whatever your grocery store is, okay? Now, they can't sell this because the law says you can't sell phosphates at a consumer level, but you can sell it at a professional level, okay? So I bought like a case of this, the 68 pack of 6, okay? And you only need like a big heaping teaspoonful. You know, you can even go to a big heaping tablespoon if you want, all right? And it's just like the dishwasher used to work years ago. The dishes come out amazingly clean. It's like, oh, what happened? Okay, so let me put this in the link so you guys can actually let me get credit. Oh, I need to open one up. I'll put this one, and you can pick out whichever one you want. Okay, so I'll get the text. All right, and that'll be the link. And I'll come back in here. Anybody that wants to buy this, use my link, and guess what? I get credit for it. Okay? All right, so that takes care of your dishwasher. All right, now the washing machine. You need phosphate, powder. I'm just going to put that. All right, the one that I get is a yellow bag. That is not it. There it is. This one. Okay, now be careful because this one has a fake phosphate, or phosphate actually, what do you call it? Alternative. But you want this one, and it's a powder. Okay, and I think mine is, yeah, it is 4 pounds. Okay, so I buy this and buy them 2 at a time, so when you finish one bag, you don't have to run back over and then see that they're out of stock. All right, so this is a heavy duty cleaner. Painters use this to get oil off the walls and stuff before they paint them and stuff. But if you go down and you read the comments, okay, this, see, this is what you get. This was widely used in the 60s and 70s in laundry soaps. Unfortunately, it is bad for the environment, which is not true. Leaving suds in the waterways, so it has nothing to do with the suds. Although in limited use, this stuff works. I work in printing and it's hard to get my clothes clean. Whites are whiter now without the bleach. Also, it works for baked on grease. It just works. All right, Scott, and anybody else that's in? Okay. This does not dissolve in water. It dissolves perfectly in water. Okay, this is some really good stuff. All right, it puts everything else to shame. So it actually makes your washing machine work like your washing machine worked in the 70s and the 80s. And the other stuff will make your dishwasher work like your dishwasher worked in the 80s and stuff like that. So I will get the text from here, and I'll put this in there. And if it pleases you, click on my link, and you guys can actually get me the finder's fee. Okay. Now, if you're one of those activists, or you don't like that, then don't do it. Okay. But what phosphates does is phosphates accelerates the growth of algae and other types of plants that feed on the phosphates. So what was happening is all the sewage and stuff was coming out, and the algae and everything is starting to grow into the pipes. So the easy way to get rid of it is create an environmental problem and make them illegal. So that's what they did. So there's nothing wrong with phosphates. As a matter of fact, now they're finding that they can use algae as an alternative to making gasoline for your car. And they do some type of a process, I'm not sure what it is, okay, and they're using phosphates to grow the algae. So exactly what we stopped doing, now they're using phosphates to grow the algae. Imagine that, what a country. Okay, but you will get environmentalists that really think you're doing something wrong, and they'll tell you it's bad for the environment and all kinds of stuff, because they've been sold that bill of goods. Just watch CNN, and you can get sold on anything that they want to sell you over there. All right, so those are the two things that will revolutionize your dishwasher and revolutionize your washing machine. And then the third thing that I learned, Scott, pay attention, Scott, wake up, okay, is the number one washer, front loader washer, that keeps coming up in the tests every single time is the Electrolux. Okay, the 627, the model 627 washer Electrolux. And the only thing that it does different is when you put your soap in there, or even when you put the little, what do they call those, pouches at the end of it, pods, okay, it dumps it down into a tank at the bottom of the washer, and it churns it up. It pre-mixes the soap. And then it starts to pour the soap into the wash along with the wash water. So this way all the clothes basically get bathed with the same strength of soap instead of like the LG that I have now. If I put the powder on top, when it runs the water through, okay, it's going to dump the soapy water, you know, in its full strength right there wherever it comes in. And it doesn't come in and dump it on the top. It comes in wherever. Okay, so I learned that 6-7 months ago, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. So before my top loader broke, okay, I used to pre-mix my soap and then pour it in the water. And now I did that, and the clothes are just, I am so astounded at how clean the clothes get. So I mix my own little cocktail, okay, and then I put all the clothes in so they're dry, and then I take my pail of water and boosh, I just let it splash all over, okay. So, and it's not, I fill the pail all the way with water, okay, so we're not getting a hard hit of soap, all right? The soap is very diluted. And lo and behold, it even got stains out of my t-shirt and underwear and all kinds of stains that haven't been out. They're gone. So pre-mix your sopa. Pre-mix your sopa, okay? Too much info? Well, we had a little... Who would have thought we would have had a lesson on washing? Okay, that's a new one for me. All right. My name is, hi Louis. And hi Fernando. These are repeats. Hi Louis. And Kippy was worried about me. Of course Kip was worried about me. Donald is at work. You still at work, Don? The Graviton. Okay, I must have been past that. That's who started all this. Where do you find phosphates? I need them for my dishwasher. So if you don't want to buy separate, then you can add a heaping spoon plus your regular dishwasher soap in with your dishwasher too. But if you want it all pre-mixed and you want the soap like you had in the 1980s and the 90s before they took it away from us, you get that Cascade Professional fryer boil out because they can't sell it in the grocery store, okay? So you could buy it from there. You get the case of 6. And I plan when I get down to the last 2 boxes, I'm going to get another case of 6. So I have them readily available. Oh, look who's in. Charles, I didn't know you would come in, buddy. Nice to see you. How are you feeling? Are you off today or you got to go in to work? You are where right now? Are you in Tampa area or are you in Orlando? I think you're in Orlando if I remember and you drove over. Okay, got it. At the end of your broadcast, when you ran the swirly outro, there used to be a click in the audio. It seems you have fixed that. What did you do? I complained to Ecamm, and there was a lot of clicking in the audio, if it's the same one that you're thinking of. Okay, and they found the problem. And the problem is when it saves the file, all this is getting saved, hopefully, okay, to my hard drive. And then I can actually come in here and record in 4K like I'm doing now and then put that in Final Cut Pro. Okay, so the pops and the clicks were annoying enough where I started to use GarageBand to record the audio. Okay, so they found that the problem was they were creating an MP4 file and they needed to save the file that they're recording right this minute as an .mov file, and all the clicking has gone away. So I hear no clicking. So the video that I'm going to record tomorrow or the next day for this week, I'm supposed to do 2. You guys need to stay on my case because I'm supposed to put 2 videos out every week for the channel normally, not nighttime, but in the day. So hopefully I will do one tomorrow. So I won't have to use GarageBand when I record that, Scott, which is a very good thing. I don't have to synchronize it. No problem, Peter. I know he'll love the 6100. I'm going to ask for a 6100. I want to try it here myself. Okay. The only thing with the 6100 versus the 6400, and I'm not sure if it's a problem or not, is the 6400 gives you the PP1, PP2, PP all the way up to PP5, just like the A7 Mark III. And that's one of the things, one of the very few things that they did not put into the 6100. Okay, so why did that catch my attention? Is I have a formula that actually gave me some really good videos. Okay, good looking videos, especially for the skin and everything. And I won't be able to put it. But I'm thinking I could probably tune in the portrait or the neutral or the standard, and I'll know. So I'm going to get the 6100 in here and see what I can do to make me look good. Which camera am I working with? None. All right, there's the Olympi. Hey, Olympus. So here's Fernando. That's right, Fernando from ABBA. And that's the way you kept, that's why that's how I remembered your first name. Because I think I told the story about ABBA, and I happen to like ABBA, okay? I just think, wow, the stories you could probably hear from there. You make a good point. Have riots ever accomplished anything positive? No, they haven't. It's not the riots. It would be people like Martin Luther King, the peaceful marches that actually changed for the black people in this country, and then the same thing with the women. But going shopping at Target and you know, filling up the wagon and running out, that doesn't change anything. It actually hurts their own cause, you know. So, but let's not get political, okay? There's problems. There's always going to be problems, and there's really no answers. You know, I have black friends, and they're scared for their kids, and I'm thinking, what can I tell them? And you know what? There's nothing I can tell them. Their children are afraid, so after they go through being afraid, they switch over to being mad, okay? And then when they're mad, they react, and that's what's happening. And if I knew how to fix it, I would pray for that to be fixed. But the only way for that to be fixed, in my opinion, is the return of the big J. Kippy. Wow, above 100%. Which app shows that? Ecamm Live, the one I'm streaming out of. Like if you're using OBS. Okay. It's not so good if it's on a long haul, I guess, unless the room is thoroughly cool. Well, I can hear the fan spin up, but I think that is did you see it just stutter right there? Okay. So if I keep moving, it does all right, okay? But if I come over here and I stand here for a while and it's not making any change in the pixels, I find when I do make a move, it's kind of like the processor tries to catch up, you know, really quick, and I see that stutter. So besides getting into the theory of the thing, I'm kind of curious if I need to go to an iMac Pro, because I wasn't planning on changing the computer for a long time. But if I need to go to an iMac Pro, I might be able to get a decent price out of this computer. And then, you know, if I find something that I can make an income with, I can sell it. Now watch, I'm going to move, okay? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it made a liar out of me. So I don't know what makes it do that skip. I just think the processor, it goes up and down. But honestly, I want to hear a little patting on the back for me, okay? All this work I did for 4K, is it worth it? Okay, because the 1080p comes out nice, but I got to tell you, my skin looks good. My hair, I can see the actual strands of my hair that are sticking out. These are sticking out right here. Can you see? Okay. This is like a really clear picture. This is like I'm recording it to an SD card. Maybe because of my age, but I'm really impressed. Okay? I can't help it. I just feel so impressed. Lewis says, Fernando, are you on the island? Jonathan says, I'm up to 89 subscribers on this channel. May break 100 by tomorrow night. I don't think they're going to flock in here, Jonathan. They have to have a reason to come in. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Kippy says, Jonathan, I'm sure it will. Okay. You guys pray for me. How's that? We'll pray for God's blessing on this. Mario, over 100%, it must be an Apple, you know, for artists. Liberal, I don't know what that means. Oh, liberal, because it gives you extra? No, it scared me. I don't know what to think about it, so whatever. Computer's working fine. Let me see if it's actually overheating. No, it just feels nicely warm. It doesn't feel hot. So when I export, and I'm exporting a 4K file to upload to YouTube, like for the daytime videos, the back actually gets hot. Not where I can't put my hand on it, but hot enough where I feel like, dang, I need to put a fan on. And I actually have a fan. just so you know, I'm going to turn it on so you can hear what that fan sounds like. So when I export and stuff, I turn this fan on. I keep it on low, and that makes the whole back of my computer act kind of like a heat sink, which is really cool. I invented that, a heat sink fan. By the way, there is a slight delay on your audio lip sync, Peter, a slight delay. So I don't know which way to go, Kip. I've got it being delayed by 4. Let's turn this on so you can see. And also check and see if it's all the time or if it just starts to slip out of sync and then come back. That's important, because if I try to fix it now, it might make everything else. So over here, Kippy, look. See, it's delaying it by 4 frames, okay? So I'm going to delay it by 5 frames. All right, now you watch my lips, read my lips, okay? For a few minutes, and tell me if you like the 5-frame delay better than the 4-frame delay, or if I need to go back to the 4-frame delay. Okay, Scott says I will use that link. You'll be happy, honestly. Okay, I can see you, but I'm getting an ad about Sunnyside. Actually, this is not monetized. How are you getting ads? The channel we came from, you could be getting an ad. But from right now, getting an ad is kind of like really weird, unless they run ads and they don't give me the money. Are they doing that, Randall? Are they running ads and then they don't give me the money? I can't have ads, okay, at, whatchamacallit? At 89 or 90, let's see how many subscribers I've got. I've got 89 subscribers. So wait a minute, I had 90 this afternoon, so somebody unsubscribed, or maybe they came in and subscribed and then they decided, no, I don't really want to stay there. But it always goes up and down. What can I tell you? If Justin is here, he would tell me. He's into this really big time. That's Justin from Baby Back Maniac. Best barbecue man in the country. All right, so where did I leave off? Scott's going to use the link. And thank you. And Randall says he's getting an ad, which is a little upsetting because you shouldn't be having ads. I will reboot my computer. Oh, wait, I skipped one, Randall. You are in a small window on the bottom left corner. Okay, that's when I was showing you Safari. Now I should be normal. Well, as normal as I can get. Okay. So why am I favoring the Olympus instead of the Nikon? Let's stay on the Nikon and see, because I thought the Nikon actually skips a little bit more. Okay, and also now, Kippy, you're going to see the lip syncing is going to be different between the Nikon and the Olympus. So let's leave it on the Nikon. Can you tell that I'm on the Nikon? Is there any way you can tell? I think so. All right, so I'll see you when you get back, Randall. Let's see. I have to turn Randall's. I have to remember to turn these off. That's okay. Got it. Got it. We are now cooking with gas. I own my own sewer. The phosphates remain on my acreage. So you have a septic tank? Is that what you've got? So the phosphates might grow algae in your septic tank. Get Ridex. That'll take care of that. Alrighty, Fernando and Louis are talking. I am okay now. Logitech StreamCam did some weird things to the computer. Yeah, don't you like it when they start adding things and you don't want them? That camera over there. Don't you hate it when they start adding things and you don't like it? Kippy, are you going to give me a critique? Is the 5 the right number to be delaying the lip sync? Everybody okay with 5, or was the 4 better? Your audio was about 3 seconds behind the video coming back from Amazon, but it self-corrected in about 15 seconds. It does that. It'll get out of sync. You watch other people's audio, live streams, if they just stay put at a desk and a chair, which a lot of them do, you save yourself a lot of problems. Me, I get up, I walk around, I start singing into the other microphone, I show you stuff on, what's the name of that thing? Safari. So all that is processor intensive. And that's why I was questioning, and nobody said anything. So you guys are not into it that much, right? So did you see how that, okay, watch, when I'm walking around, it's not that bad. I mean, the new card with the new box has made it actually tolerable. Probably people will think, oh, it must be YouTube. Okay, so now what I'm wondering is, this camera is putting in twice as much data into the stream. It's like 200, just under 200 or something megabits per second, where the Nikon is 100 at 4K. So now I'm walking around. Now we got two things going. More bits going in means a better looking picture. However, it means more use on the processor. So it's kind of like, oops, we got a catch-22 going on here. So I think I would see more stammering or stuttering, but actually I like it. It's not bad. Let me turn this on again so you guys can see live demo mode. And I'm going to show you the band. Nope, that's the wrong one. I'm going to show you the bandwidth statistics are off the chart. Okay, so you can see this, right? I'll move it over here. All right, so this is the numbers. You guys that work, Kippy, you work OBS, right? What numbers do you set it at? I'm actually running at about 15 megabits. See the top line here? 15 megabits per second. Okay, 15.25, the average throughput. And the target is 14. So 15 would average it out. And this is what's actually happening. So it's actually off the chart. Okay, I would have to change it down to under 4K to get this chart to be over here and go up and down like that. Okay, so this chart is actually being drawn up here. So how is this, Kip? I'm asking you a lot of questions tonight. For me tonight, for you tomorrow. Okay. So that's what the bandwidth statistics are showing. And I don't know, kind of cool for me, you know. You take a 60-year-old guy plus and you put him in. I'm able to talk to Malaysia. And not only that, I got a family member now in Malaysia. Anybody from Europe in here? This is kind of like the sleeping time for Europe. It's 11. How long have I been on? I think I've been on an hour. Yep, an hour and 8 minutes. Just for coming in to say hello. Boy, somebody around here talks a lot. You guys need to really not talk so much. All right, so, okay, so I put it to a 5-second delay, and nobody has complained yet, so let's see. Maybe 5 seconds is where we want it. So Fernando and Mr. Camera and Louis, Mr. Camera Junkie, seem to be having a good time over there. Good. I prefer granular laundry soap. Now that I know the liquid that has the sticky stuff in it, I will use powder exclusively. Yeah, that was one of the things that a lot of people were saying when the complaint came up. There's an odor in my machine, and there's like a moldy odor and stuff. And they started saying, well, leave your door open. And the new one that I just got, it's got a position for the door to be open slightly. And so I leave it there. Okay, and then the actually number one thing, okay, not the door. The number one thing is stop using liquid laundry detergent. Switch to a powder. It doesn't leave a leftover residue that actually got an attractiveness to it. And it also gets into your clothes, and it makes your clothes easier to mold up too. That's all it took. I switched to powder. I mean, my mom used Tide since I was old enough to see that, you know, they used to have a 50-pound thing of Tide, because my mother would have the washer, and then next to it, she took one of my chairs, because I had like a baby or kid, toddler's table and chairs, and she put this 50-pound box of Tide there. And I used to go looking at it. Don't touch that, Peter, okay? And she had a scoop, and I could picture her putting 2 or 3 scoops in there. And that thing had plenty of phosphates, okay? I'm talking the 60s. So yeah, get out of the granular soap. Get out of the liquid, any kind of liquid soaps, even liquid dishwashing detergent. Dishwasher. That Cascade that I showed you is a powder. He was born in a hospital. Golly gee whiz, 1981. You are a young man. PeterGreggLive. That's Fernando and Louis are having a conversation. I should have kept that out. Well, everybody else can see it, so it's not like I broke any confidences. Yes, 6100 does not have the picture profiles, but I'm using neutral with sharpness -2. How's your skin? Well, you've got it all covered up. Well, you actually look like a very good, clean skin. Probably eat well. I eat chocolate, which is kind of something, whatever. So I'll get the 61, and I will try that. The return of the Big J. You are so cool, Peter. God bless you, brother. What do you mean by the return of the Big J? The Big J is here. Did something happen? My kind of town, Chicago is. Wait, I'm supposed to sing into the mic. I'm singing the blues. I know this song, but I don't know the words. La 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 la. New York, New York, and I can make it there. Gotta remember, I'm holding this and not that one. I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York. I'm singing the blues. Ba ba da da la. La la la, Kippy's here again. Yes, the 4K does look distinctively sharp. Did you use it in 4K as well on Friday? No, it wasn't. It was 1080, 60p. I'm trying to think of the numbers because I notice it being really sharp too. I get a good 1080. Okay, let's get back to where we're supposed to be. I get a good 1080 60p out of this equipment. I'm surprised. It really surprises me. But this is live streaming, and this is the first time that I'm seriously actually trying to use 4K. I've done tests and stuff like that, but I figured I was going to put this up, and then I opened my big mouth because I was going to not say anything. So maybe Monday night I'll do the same thing, and I won't say anything to see, because we've got 15p. It's growing. I'm surprised. So thank you, Kippy. And how's the lip sync? Okay, Randall, 4K on the iMac looks good using Chrome. Yes, Chrome is better. On my Windows machine with the webcam is 1080p, so I switched to the Mac. Okay, thank you, Randall. If you use Safari, it won't let you go to 4K, and that's why Randall is using Chrome. Duh. Okay. Ken, were some of those lights on the big tree always flashing, or am I losing my mind? No, the lights go on and off, not enough there's a whole section right in here, honestly, that I think that string died. Let's see if I find. Yeah, I see some bulbs. So right in here, there's like a dead section. Here's another dead bulb right here. Okay, so one day as a project, I'm going to have to undecorate the whole tree, pull out the lights that are not working and re-put the lights, and then decorate the tree. We'll have a tree decorating party. Would you mind? I could do it off camera, or I could do it on camera. I think it'll be rather boring. I mean, you guys are not going to watch me put things up on a tree. So yes, they do flash. There's one right in this area. These flash. See them going on and off? And then there's bottom ones that used to go on and off too. But now there's very few that go on and off. I like a blinking tree, okay? No joking. I like a lot of twinkling lights. And I'm getting less twinkling lights as I'm getting older, but I thought maybe I'm getting older. Maybe my twinkling eyesight was not doing so hot. The lip sync was missing when you did the screen desktop thing earlier. Well, it'll come in and out. So we just want a general consensus. What is the number that I need to stay with where it's kind of like a balance? Okay, so what camera are we on? We'll go back over to the Nikon. Okay, so I saw a skip there. I'm just rocking a little bit. But you got to admit what a difference this is compared to what camera am I on? That one. Okay, you have to admit this is a really big difference from when I had the Camlink 4K. Okay, the Camlink 4K, this was not acceptable at all in 4K. Not even for me just to look at myself on the screen, never mind broadcast it. So now I've got a PCI Express card in a box. It's connected to a Thunderbolt with a Thunderbolt 3 cable. They were emphatic on that. You can't use a lower grade cable because it won't pass through the full 40 whatever that the guy was telling me about. Wait a minute, I didn't turn Kippy off, and now I can turn Mario on. There we go. I'm not an Apple person except for the ones I can eat. But being over 100% could mean the computer is using more than one core or threads. As long as it doesn't die, I'm all right. David, how you feeling tonight, buddy? You know, I wasn't expecting me tonight either. Today, I piddled around. I changed some cameras around. I did some cleaning. All I have left to do is vacuuming. I got me a microphone that I can actually sing into, which you've heard me sing just a little while ago. And I laid down and I was just flipping through the remotes, figuring out I'm going to chill tonight. I'm not going to do anything at 11. So it was about what, guys? Maybe 10 o'clock, 5 to 10, 5 after 10. And I was wondering, what's everybody doing? I miss talking to you guys. So I said, I'm going to do a test. Here's a good excuse for me to come on. I'm going to do a test and see how this thing does with 4K. So I came in, and it's kind of like Evan came right in. Bam! Boom! To the moon. Okay. He came right in right within the first minute, and then he left. I guess he went to eat or something. Little by little, we're up to 16 people. We're filling up that classroom. So I kind of miss everybody. Sorry, David. This is unscheduled. It's an unscheduled Sunday night. I just popped in to see what you're doing. I guess we're getting to be more like family now. It's not subscribers, it's family. Okay. And look, Raymond came in. How you doing, Raymond? I'm late. No, you're not. We weren't doing anything tonight. I was out filming the marches here in San Francisco. I left my heart. Wait, no, we don't do that. I left my heart in San Francisco. Da 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 da, la da da da, da 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 da, la 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 la, la 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 la. Hi, Peter and Mabel and Santa 1 and Santa 2. Hello, Raymond. How are you doing? I hope you're being safe. Wear a mask. Randall, the Olympus looks great tonight. Yes, actually, the Olympus does look good tonight. I moved it over. What else? I did something else to it. Can't remember what I did. Oh, I moved it forward. I was explaining this earlier, because Evan was here earlier, and he wanted to know the difference between a crop camera and a full frame. So the full frame camera is the Nikon Z6, and it's on its tripod. I didn't move it. All right, I had to clean the cabinet, so I took the Olympus and I put it here on its own tripod. But in order to make them similar, okay, so that's the Nikon. Okay, see how they got a similar field of view? Okay, I have the Olympus about 1.5 feet closer to me, because that's a 25 millimeter 1.2 lens. So if you were looking at the Nikon camera and it was like here, okay, the Olympus camera is like here, if you were looking at it this way. So I can't have them right in front of each other, they would interfere, so I kind of did a little bit of that. So one camera is a little bit higher and the other one's lower. But this one is 1.5 feet in front. And look at, this is a 1.2 lens. I'm getting very nice, blurred out backgrounds because the camera is closer. So if I put them equal to each other, okay, the Olympus would not be as blurred out because, you move back and forth. You zoom with your feet. Andre is, wait, I didn't turn off the comment from Randall. Andre, the man that's buying the R5. He can't decide between an R5 and an A7S Mark III, and he's all chewing himself up. Let me look into the future. I predict that Andre is going to go for the better camera. I can see an R5 in your future. I can see an R5 in your future, Andre. And at the very last minute, I could feel it. I feel it in my heart. Oh, pain. I feel pain in my stomach. Oh, it's like, oh, maybe I should get the A7S Mark III. No. I'm going to push, and then boom. You push the button and you pre-order the R5, which you should have done by now anyway, and use my link, okay, because you can cancel that. And then you're going to feel good. After you push it, you're going to relax. You're going to go, okay, how bad can this really be? Seriously. So what if the A7S Mark III actually has something I want? Well, so does the R5. So unless I can afford both cameras, you know what? I'm just going to settle in with the R5. So that is what I speak over you, Andre. Okay? Now you're settled. I always skip you, but no, you're not anywhere above me. You're no place above me. So I don't see you anywhere in there, Charles. I have not skipped you several times. If you were up here, I would just read exactly what you say. So I'm looking here. I think, nope, you're not even in the channel, the main one, which I don't run off of because I can't do, I can't look at that one and this one at the same time. So I'm looking at Ecamm. So let's see. So what did you say? Inquiring minds want to know. What did you say, Charles? Obviously, you're here. I could see you there. You've actually made a change in the avatar again. Look at the XT4. You got to kind of like, you got the shoulder out. This is an XT4. See, it's right here. So you're getting hot. And you also put a video up. I saw you put a video up. Good for you. Good for you, young man. Randall says the audio is good at 5. So let me make sure I'm at 5. Yep, I'm at 5, and I will set it and forget it, Randall. And then when people start telling me it's out of sync, it's YouTube, because YouTube will get in and out of sync. Whenever I watch it on my TV, I'm out of sync more than I am in sync. When I watch it on my iPad, the one that I keep by my bed, I'm in sync 100% of the time. And when I watch it on my Windows computer, I have a little Windows computer. I use that for like to mail things. It's got, what is it, stamps.com or whatever they are these days. That one's in sync 90% of the time. So also congrats on doing 4K. By the way, thank you, Randall. I think that that Andre would be pleased with that, because he did a lot of input for me on that. The 4 inches extra camera height makes a big difference. Thank you, Peter. By the way, my name is Joey. I like the name Joey. I post on another channel, but I don't know how to tell you what the name of it is. Right in the description, which I don't think I filled out, okay, so find an older one, is my email. Just send me an email, okay? I can do emails. I skip over most of them, but if I see your name there and then your name is Joey, then actually, you want to try something? I think you can do that here, okay? Because I don't think I turned it on. So you could try to put in a link and say, my channel is, hi, I'm Joey and my channel is, and then paste it in and let's see what happens. Because I know on the other channel, I have it turned off. Because there's youngsters that come in and I can't have them go to something I haven't seen or checked out yet. So I'm not willing to take that risk. But over here, we're not monetized, number one. We don't have too many youngsters. We got Evan, but he's pretty mature at 13. So try putting it in, Joey. Try to put in your link. Go find a link to one of your videos. As long as they're clean videos. If they're not for kids, you know, I don't mean they have to be for kids, but if it's not family oriented like we are, then don't do it. I ask you not to. So, Andre, holy moly, the live stream looks great. I was waiting for you to come in because this started out as a test for 4K. I started missing you guys and going like, I wonder what everybody's doing. And then I said, why don't I take a chance and try 4K tonight? So I set it to 4K. I wanted to see if anybody was going to notice, but I spilled the beans. So we are, Andre, pay attention. We're streaming in 4K. I'm impressed by the Olympus. The Olympus is a better camera than most people think. This is a flagship camera. I could run this whole place with 3 of those $750, $800 cameras. So that's the Olympus, and this is the Nikon Z6. Olympus is better than most people think. So Mario. Oh, I didn't turn off Andre's comment. So let me turn off Andre's comment. So this is the box that you recommended. I got the one with the 3, Andre, just so you know what I'm actually running. I got the box with the 3, and I've got the 1 card in it, and it's connected with the Thunderbolt, the Sonnet box. Sonnet is the brand, and it's connected with the Thunderbolt 3 cable. And this is on an iMac, a 2017 iMac. It could be better, okay, but I'm grateful for what I do have. So, Mario, why didn't I turn Andre off? I thought I did. So, Mario, cores are like parts of the brain. Cores have threads. A thread can do only one instruction at a time. If you're getting over 100%, it could mean that the PC, which this is a Mac, is breaking the instruction in 2. It is good. Oh, okay. I thought maybe the reason that I don't get super smooth 4K is that I need a higher end processor. As a matter of fact, a vMix suggests that you get the i9 9900 or higher, the 10,000 whatever it is. And I don't have that. I have an i7 and whatever its numbers are. Sev, how you doing, Sev? The audio sounds good. Good. The audio seems a bit hot. Do you have a compressor? Yes, I have a compressor and a limiter running. So it's actually pushed to stay right up in the yellow, but it never hits the red. So you should never hear an overmodulation. So if I get even a little bit quieter, you'll see a little bit quieter, but on my meters here, I still see it just barely tipping into the yellow. And if I get really loud, it's just the same. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change. So that's the purpose of having a compressor and a limiter. And I also have it equalized also. So the audio should sound pretty spot on, okay? And I have that also for this one, but I have the bass boosted on this one just a little bit, so when I sing, I sound rich, or that rich sound. But you should not be getting into overmodulation. Peter, looks good now. I think it was more when you were browsing online earlier. After it got normalized. It was probably pushing the processor and it couldn't keep up. So that's why I'm thinking the iMac Pro. But have you seen the prices on those? Holy moly. I could buy a whole family for that price. So, oh, Andre's on a roll here. I'm so glad that it's working in 4K, both of us. Now, if you had a camera that shoots 4K 60p, it will. Yes, it will. Peter, the stream is really smooth. I don't agree on that. I think it's smoother than I was expecting. But it's not as smooth as the 1080 60p. That is like smooth as a glove. Would you mind looking at iMac activity monitor from utilities to see how much CPU and RAM is used? I'm curious. Well, I'm not sure what you're looking for. However, I'm going to turn this on and then I'm going to find the activity monitor. I thought I was. Oh, here it is. And now you can see for yourself. Okay. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Can you see the activity monitor, Andre? You can't. So this is where it's showing I'm at 161%. Well, I know what I can do. I can come over here. I can go to the main camera. Okay, let's go and turn that off. I'm doing it, guys. My fingers are not as fast as yours. Okay, let's go out there and then come into the main camera and come here. Okay, now you should be able to see my activity monitor and you can look to see what you want to see. So if there's something that you don't want to, that you want to see that's not there, that's as good as I can do it for you, okay? So I'm running up at 174%, 172%. The CPU time is 2 hours and 30 minutes. I don't know what that means. Have we been on for that long? No, we couldn't have been talking for 2 hours. Golly gee whiz, Batman. Well, I'll check when I get back there. I'm using 96 threads. Okay, and then the next thing that's always right up there is the Windows server. Okay, so Ecamm is what's running now. And that's what's happening. So everything else is very low. So Ecamm is using whatever it can use to get the job done. So if you need to see this some more, you're going to have to come back and freeze frame it. And I'm going to come back over here and then go back to the Nikon. So no, it's showing me that I have 1 hour and 32 minutes. So I probably turned the computer on 2 hours ago. So I just want to read this part again. Peter, the stream is really smooth. Thank you, Andre. Would you mind looking at, I just showed it to you, so hopefully that will, I'm watching on my 55-inch LG. Ooh, it is creme de la creme. Well, that means you've got to set up right, because most people have their 4K TVs, the sharpness up so much that I actually look crinkled. Not even that bad in real life. So you probably have it set up so that it's got real life. Good for you, good for you. Jonathan, Peter, we discussed washing powder. I don't think Christmas tree decorating is out of the question. And he's sending me some good vibes. Woo, good vibrations. Andre, your live stream are better than Gerald Undone. Gerald does pretty good, I gotta tell you. Okay, but maybe I can be king of the hill for at least one night. That wouldn't be bad. Now you could sell the A10 Mini. No, I'm not selling that. It's staying right there. Actually, it's handling all the audio. let's go here. So it's a little bit overexposed, isn't it? So it's handling all the audio, and I've got microphone 1 and microphone 2, so I can come in here and I can sing with this mic. Hello, it's not on, okay, just so you know. So, and the reason that I'm using the Blackmagic for the audio is I have an equalizer, I have a compressor, I have a limiter, all 3 of those things on 2 different mics, which I can't get any of that through Ecamm. And so now even my audio should be up a few notches. You say it's hot, but it isn't, you know, truly hot. It's just compressed, so it's kind of like in a narrow window. What's this a surprise test? I don't know. I don't know. What's a surprise test? Is that what I named it? Did I name this a surprise test? I was laying in bed, I was just watching TV, and I said, I wonder what Woody's doing. I wonder what everybody else is doing. With Jonathan, Andre, Evan, David, Charles, everybody. I shouldn't name names, I'm going to miss somebody. Ken. So I came in here, and I figured, okay, well, I have to have a reason to come on Sunday night. So I said, I know, I'll test the equipment, because I played with this and got this connected up, got it all connected up again tonight. I still don't have reverb, and I said, why don't I be a little bit daring and switch to 4K? Ooh. So that's what I did. So that's what you're watching, Woody. Tell Luke. Tell Luke I say hi. Andre, I like the colors from the Olympus more than the Nikon. See, there's good things to choose from. It's a good day to be alive. It's hard to find a bad camera. Seriously. Get out of my shoe. This one has a wire. I need to get wireless. Okay. Yes, the Olympus is doing mighty fine. The Nikon is doing mighty fine. And even my GH4, this guy, is doing mighty fine. So why do I have this so bright? I think there was a reason. Oh, I remember. So that when I show you black things, actually it will show up. So if I want to show you this Sony camera, see, it doesn't look so dark. So I'm more interested in this than I am in the keyboard being exactly right. Okay, so I'll put this back down here. All right, so now the keyboard over here looks like it's a little bit blown out. But you know what? You know what I say? You know what I say? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not one to say anything. So David Crooks, I am doing well and counting down to when I can drive again. Oh, wow. Glad to see the Oly is looking good at 4K. The Oly actually pumps out more megabits per second, almost double of the big boy there, the Nikon. So the Nikon is like at 105 megabits per second, and the Oly is like up and hovering around 200 megabits per second. So you'd actually have to have a high-end camera to be able to boast that, like Charles has. Olympus has always had better colors. I've always liked Olympus's colors, honestly. True. Honest engine. Glad I subscribed to this channel. Would have not known you were on. Were you not going to subscribe? Were you contemplating not subscribing? I am decided. Oh, let's see. I sold, as I said, the Sony A7 Mark III. I sold the 24mm 1.4 GM. I'm sending back the 55 1.8 today. I have only the Sony A7R4 body. The Canon R5 it is. I told you I was reading your future. Yes, I looked into the depths of your soul. And when I looked all the way down there, Andre, I saw an R and a 5. you can't make a bad choice. So you really need to come out of the agitation and just enjoy the ride. Now you need to anticipate and wait and wait and wait. I'm going to tell you something else. The camera's going to come sooner rather than later. Andre says, the Olympus is a steal for live streaming and much more. I've been trying to say that, honestly. I sound like a broken record. This camera is a steal, okay? $800 range, $900, $950, $750, and you're getting a flagship camera. You can only spend more if you buy the Mark III, which they came out with, which I'm working with somebody on my consultations right now that just got his Mark III. And let me tell you something, the imagery coming out of that is beautiful, but it looks the same as what I'm getting here. So it does have a joystick on the 3, which I wish the 2 had. But hey, $800 more for a joystick. All right. I think that's a little bit much for a joystick. So this camera is a steal. And it's a flagship. That's what the big key that people don't understand about this camera is that this is a flagship camera. The 90D, the R is not flagship cameras, okay? So you're dealing with like this compared to the XT4. And I don't know, Charles, do you have an Olympus still, or did you move completely over to the XT, to the Fuji? So this is the highest level you can get. Well, actually, they have one above it now, okay? But it's not something you or I would buy, okay? And we're comparing this with cameras like the A6400 and that kind of stuff. Well, the prices compare, but the cameras, if you were to experience the image stabilization on this, you would go, oh, I can't believe how good the image stabilization is. Tell them, Charles. Tell them how good the image stabilization is on this. It is rock solid. Is it as good as a gimbal? Well, it's the closest to a gimbal that I have ever seen on a camera, not on a gimbal, okay? The ZV-1, not even in the same ballpark, all right? This thing, I was shooting like this, okay, because there was a kid in front of me when I went to Disney, so I had to put the camera up here one-handed, and I'm shooting at Disney the fireworks and where they're flying the kites around this lake at night, absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just kind of aiming the camera. And then when I came home, I figured, oh, you know, I probably didn't get very much gorgeous, beautiful images. So yeah, you buy 2 of these, and you got yourself a YouTube channel. You buy 3 of these, you got yourself a YouTube channel and a vlogging camera. Because you could put this little skinny, dewy lens. This is the lens that I took. This camera doesn't do video. This is the EM1. Okay, there's no way for video to come out of it that I know of. Charles tried to convince me that it does, but it does not. Okay, so this lens, look at how narrow that lens is. It's just a skinny, mini lens. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, I forgot. This camera doesn't like to do that. Okay, so this one does that, all right? So this is, look at the thickness of that lens. It's just like so small. Now that's one of the things with the Olympus. It doesn't do everything perfectly, okay, but it's a 2016 camera. My guess is the Mark III will probably do that part better, okay, where you hide your face and it'll focus. Well, now it did it. Oh, I'm on the Nikon. Okay. All right. Okay. So see, it has a hard time coming off my face. That's just part of something I accepted right from the beginning. So if I pull this down, if I pull that up, okay, let's go this way. I want to see if it'll actually grab my hands. Nope, it won't grab the hands. You can tell by looking at my hair. See how crystal clear my hair is? So it won't do that. And that's the button that Sony added, that if you push that button, it releases it from the face detection, okay? So, but this, I can walk around the room. I can come over to the story chair, okay? Actually, on my screen, I have a flippy screen. I could see the white box around my face. I'm going to figure out how to turn it on so you guys can see the white box, because that is actually quite interesting. So I know you would not skip me. YouTube did. Yeah, I don't like to skip. We guys, we're like a family in here. So for me to skip you, that would be just plain wrong. So just know that, everybody. If you feel skipped, I didn't do it. I started watching on my phone and then turn on the TV. Mind blown. So happy for you, Peter. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with this. And I was thinking about you this afternoon. I'm going like, how do I get Andre to see this? And then when I came in, I said, I'm just going to stream in 4K tonight. End of story. So I did. I am. I do's it. I did it. Charles, yeah, they did the same thing for me. No, I wouldn't. You guys are like family now. I actually pray for you guys. Oh my God, how long my prayers are for you people. I'm just kidding. Does the Sonnet, it has two Thunderbolt It has two Thunderbolt 3 ports. One in and one so I can continue a daisy chain. But remember, I'm worried about the traffic pattern. So when I feel like I'm filled up, I'm not looking to add more cards. But let's say this card didn't work well. I would have to buy 3 individual cards and put them in there. So I did kind of like think about that instead of ordering the one with the 1 slot. This is the one with the 3 slots. And both of them have the 2 Thunderbolt 3. And they gave me a cable also. And it's got a 3 with a lightning bolt on each plug-in. And they even gave me, you know how the cameras sometimes will give you a little goofotch to screw into the camera so that your HDMI doesn't fall out? They even gave me one of those. So I got that screwed into the back of this. The only thing that I'm disappointed in the Sonnet box, if I can have a disappointment, is it's a little bit too loud and I can hear it. So I've been playing with it and I got it to be quieter by, instead of running it, the box is long. It looks like that. It's like a long box. It's longer than you think. So I had the computer sitting on top of the box and it was giving me like a harmonic sound from the fan because I opened it to check to see where's that coming from. So then I turned the box sideways and then I put the computer on, and Friday night I worked like that and there was no noise. So today I came in and I started cleaning up the room because we're not doing anything tonight. I'm not having a show tonight, you know. So I said I'm going to play and move the Olympus around, and I cleaned up and stuff. And I turned it on and I started fidgeting and I played with the microphone. I started hearing the noise again. So I got a 5-gallon paint can. I turned it upside down and I put it underneath the desk, all the way to the wall on the right, and it's got an opening on the top. So all I have to do is, you can actually see the paint can from the side. Okay, so I put it under the desk. Now I don't hear it at all because it's completely underneath this desk right here. So it's completely silent. So it's got 2 fans in there, one on the card and one for the entire box. So 1 or more Thunderbolt, it's got the 2, I answered that. Did the enclosure come with the Thunderbolt 3 cable? Yes, it did. You clicked twice on that. That's okay. The audio sounds okay, but there is some noise floor from time to time. I can't not have the room. I can't have the room silent because it's too hot. So I have a fan in the other room. Either it's going to be in that room blowing in or that room. So that's just something I have to live with. It's the sound of that fan. So if I actually go over there and turn that fan off, the room will get silent like it's supposed to be. Okay? So, you know what silence sounds like. I was going to do that. So that's the only major monumental thing, is that the air conditioner in here is not really working that well, and it doesn't cool the room down, and it's too loud. So I have the air conditioner on from my office, and I have, like, you ever seen the floor fans that are designed to, you know, they're called Stanley is the brand, and they've got like a turbo blower that comes out the front. It's not like a regular fan that goes like this. Okay, it's got a blower wheel, and I've got that in the other room, but it's a good 15, 18 feet away from me, and that's just part of life in here. I have to have that. But if I was going to record a singing video, I would go down to the silence. I would try to get the room as cold as I can, then shut everything off, close all the doors. And this room everything is sound absorbing. All the chairs, the couches, the carpet, everything here. This room is so quiet that the silence sounds strange. So yes, you will get. So Randall says the computer was on for 2.5 hours. Thank you, Randall. I think I had that thought, yes. So thank you for confirming it. I appreciate that. More important than speed in CPUs is the amount of cores. 2 and 4 cores have been common. For 220, get at least 8 cores. The next computer is, I think, $4,500 or $4,900 from Apple. That's $5,000. $5,000. Okay. I paid $3,500 for this one 2.5 years ago. So now $5,000, gosh, it's like they suck the money out of you. But OWC has refurbished units that give you everything for $3,800, and it starts with the 8 cores. I don't know if it's got 16 threads, but I can try to show it to you. The more threads, the more PC can process at the same time. Okay, so I will pay attention to the threads. Thank you. So it starts at 8. It's an i9, and it's i9 9900. It's got the high-end graphics card, 8 gigabytes. It's got a 1 terabyte SSD. I would have preferred 2, but I can, for what I do, the 1 terabyte is fine. I have in the other office where this computer walks back and forth, I've got like 4 or 5 external drives. Some of them are even Thunderbolt 3s. So I will pay attention to how many threads that computer has, because now nobody's ever told me that before. So thank you, Mario. Randall says to check the memory usage. I did. The memory is not even at 50%, and I got 40 in here. I also get a PC with PCIe. If I stay on Apple, you don't have that choice. You're going to have to use the external box, which is what I have, that plugs into the Thunderbolt 3. So the internal struggle there is if I go to a PC computer, I lose Ecamm, and I happen to like Ecamm. Call me weird, okay? I would have to go over to vMix. I would guess after about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I could settle into vMix, okay? And then I would be over at PC. But I'm so settled in right now, Mario. At $3,800, I can get a high-end PC computer for about $2,200 to $2,300. So $1,000 more, it'll make me a happy camper, okay? So I'm going to watch this again, because my eyes are going to be watching me move around, okay? And either I'm going to come to a conclusion that this is okay, or I'm going to come to the conclusion that this is not okay, all right? So I can't tell you now, I haven't watched it yet, but you guys are watching it live. But the question I have, I guess it's to you and to myself, is when YouTube processes this, is it actually going to be better than what you're watching right now? Or is it going to be equal to? Are they passing it through? So why are they going to have to reprocess this after we sign off? It'll go into a processing mode, okay? And it just looks really bad until it gets fully processed. And also it won't show you the things that's in the live chat. All right. Andre says there's no need for, the only thing that I would have, the only reason that I would want a more powerful computer, there's only one reason. So make sure you understand there's only one reason. I want to stay on this entire system when I do my daytime videos, not streams. Because there's something joyful about coming in here, turning everything on, pushing the record button, and doing a video. Like one of the videos I want to do is, hey, it's Peter Gregg, Miami, Florida. Welcome to the Christmas room. Should you buy the Sony SV1 or possibly get the Sony A6100. Let's talk about that. Okay, so I want to record that video using the same system. So I want to go to the higher quality, which is 4K, which is why the LiveCam 4K disappointed me, and which is why I bought all this stuff, okay? So it's fun to come in here, turn everything on, and just whip out a video, especially when I can do this. I can switch cameras, I can zoom in here, okay, and then after I zoom in, I can go to the Olympus. People like to see a little variety in a change like that. And then I can zoom in and talk to you, you know, a little more personal and get closer and stuff like that. All right, so all of this, if it'll record 4K very nicely, okay, if my taxes are going to be too high, I'd rather buy a computer and have that money than to send it into the government, okay? So I won't have to worry about that to the end of the year. But I don't want to buy a computer and be in the same boat that I'm in now, if it doesn't do any better. But I did find one person with a iMac Pro, which is what I would get, the used one for $3,800 or refurbished, you know, with a 1-year warranty. And I have to find out if I can put Apple Care on that or not. Okay, so if I can find something like that at $3,800, it's kind of like what I paid for this one. I think $300 more. Okay, so that's not too bad. But $5,000? No. No. Do I need to wait 24 hours to use your new affiliate links, or can I still order tonight? My affiliate links are rolling. They're in process. It's not new. Only the channel is new. I can put them anywhere I want. I can even email them to you. So you can use them right now. Okay? Now, if I was brand new, I don't know what the wait time is, but signing up. But I've been with them for a few years now. So the links are ready to rock and roll. It's got no difference as to where they come from. I can even put them in blogs if I was going to be writing. But I haven't done writing in a long time. You can get a Rodecaster for audio, just saying. I probably am. I've been looking at all the different ones, and I think the Rodecaster is where I'm going to wind up. Okay? But I want to try one out if I can, but they're out of stock everywhere. So even B&H. So I figured maybe if I can get one to test with B&H. Okay? Let's go over here. How am I doing here? Okay, that's if I zoom it in. See now, if I zoom in, did we lose a lot of quality? Andre, look on your 4K TV. Now I'm zoomed in. Okay, I would say I'm zoomed in 35–40%. On your 4K TV, have we dropped? Do I look fuzzy? No, I can still see my hair. Wrong hand. I can still see the strands of my hair, if I can find them. Okay, the strands of my hair are still sharp as a tack. So that's one of the advantages of 4K. So yes, I am looking at the Rodecaster. I need a Streamlab XL. What does that do, Charles? Let me turn off Andre. Streamlab. Are you talking about the Stream Deck? I also want to get a Stream Deck. I just want to push a button because I keep having to look, okay, where this is. On the Stream Deck, all I have to do is hit, like I'm going to put the first row of buttons, regular, zoomed. For the regular, for the Nikon, and then zoomed. And then I'll put in Olympus E1, Mark II, and then the next one will be zoomed. And then the last one, which would be 5 cameras, because I think it's a row of 5. Okay, so the first row will be the GH4. And then I can do other things in there. So I think you're talking about the Stream Deck, is my guess. No, the Zoom F6, no. I want the reverb. The Rodecaster allows me to put the phone into it because I really liked it when we were doing phone calls. I think Charles is one of the people I spoke to on the phone. I just have a habit of talking too long. Everybody else gets bored. So while I'm talking to Charles, I'm going to say, well, Charles, we're going to have to cut it short, okay, because there's other people waiting to call in. And most people would actually say, oh, okay, because I can just let the person talk or I can talk too long. But people like to listen in on a phone conversation, so I want to activate that. So the Rodecaster will let me do that too. The hand can could be another 1/3 stop brighter. Which one is the hand can? The hand can. The hand can. Oh, you mean the this one? That one could be another stop brighter? Really? It almost looks blown out. Well, I'll check it out. Like I said, I'm going to look at this. I better not leave it there. And ever since I moved the Olympus over here, I'm more inclined to go over to the Olympus. I could have saved myself $1,700. Just bought another used Olympus. Gee, we got no super chats in here tonight. I'm surprised. Usually somebody will put a super chat. Oh, I forgot. We can't have super chats here. We have to have 1,000 subscribers. And what are we up to now? We are up to 90. We gained a subscriber tonight. Good golly, Miss Molly. How did we do that? I don't know how we did. You guys, you guys are praying them in. You guys are bringing in the good vibes, and you're praying them in. So I do appreciate that. So tonight we've had the highest we've had 21 viewers. We've got I'm on a page where it's giving me the statistics right now. 17 likes, 21 viewers. We've had 0 drops. Woo! We're doing good tonight. Okay, so I guess tonight's a good night. So the hand camera can use another stop, so I will be looking at that one. Charles, it's crazy fast in autofocus. I have an Olympus EM1 Mark II. Oh, you got one for sale. Anybody want to buy one? If it's in good shape, Charles, tell them. Tell them about your camera. Is it like an older camera where it's beat up? Is it in good shape? You can take a JPEG picture and send it to the site on the on Google, and it'll tell you how many shutter clicks you have. So you can say, yes, my camera has 17,000, or yes, my camera has 45,000. You know, so Charles has one for sale. That's pretty cool. And I sold my EM1 Mark III. That's cool too. That's what I'm dealing with now, is an EM1 Mark III with this consultation that I'm working with this gentleman. Very nice camera. The Olympus IBIS is the best in the world. They were the ones that invented it. See, that's what I was telling you. Andre, you would really like the IBIS on this camera. It's hard to beat. 90% of the time, the live is smooth. I don't know what settings you have on Ecamm for live streaming. All the best. There's nothing I can change to go any better. I think we can make it better. I don't think so. If you let me connect to your computer, I will try. No, I don't let people connect to my computer. But I do show it to you. So this is what we've got. And if I go in here, on the stream, these are the choices. And high video is a high megabits per second, about 15 or higher. And the not using the high, which I can change, okay, actually drops it down to about 8, maybe between 5 and 8 megabits per second. So that's the only thing you have. You'd have to go to OBS to actually control the numbers, okay? And the only other area where you can control this, that's the only other area, because this doesn't address the actual camera. This addresses the stream. So that's the entire control. You lose control on here compared to OBS. If I wanted to step up control, I would have to go to vMix, which is much more like OBS, but that's only on the PC side. I'd have to leave the iMac and go to the PC side to get that. So that's Andre. We can hear the fans running. Hi all, by the way. It's a single fan. We can hear the fan running. Some things to try to improve it. Well, make me a list. You can email it. You don't have to put it here. Trade in your iMac and get the upgraded 2019 5K iMac. Well, I got the 27 5K iMac now. What I need is the iMac Pro. And but I want the $3,800 price, not the $4,900 price. But I want the iMac Pro, Randall. I want the iMac Pro. There's no reason to change. I see no reason, other than the fact that with the newer one, I can get the i9. So that's something to look at. I wish they would let me test that stuff. I would like to get an i9 version of my camera, my computer, and if that works, then I don't need the Pro. But there's no place that lets you try them. When you're ready to buy a computer, let me know, and I will give you some advice. All of you. Okay, you better email me something, Mario. Charles says, I don't need another computer. You just need to tweak it up using the command lines. Okay, I'll go study. I'm a good student. Norm, I haven't seen you. It's Monday. Wake up. It's Monday. Actually, it is Monday. How long have I been streaming? I just came on to say hi to everybody. 2 hours. Good evening. Is it Monday already? There's a fan sound tonight. Is that cooling the new video card box? No. The fan is actually the fan that I've been using every night. And let me turn off these fans. Okay, that's one fan. And let me turn off the fan in the office. So I'm walking in the office. I'm walking. I've stopped. Now I'm bending over. I've turned off the fan. And now I'm walking. And in a minute, you're going to see a Peter Gregg appear. Okay, now this room is dead silent. I hear absolutely nothing. So if you're not hearing dead silence right now, then we have some other kind of noise. But there shouldn't be, because the mic is going straight into the black magic. That's all she wrote. Okay, so that's Norm. Gosh, it got quiet in here. I can talk a little more normal. Mark, how you doing? Hello, everybody. Good to see you, Mark. I think I was talking about you earlier tonight. Randall, when your problem is finished tonight, I will view the stream to see if it is better. Oh, when your program. I need the new glasses too. No. When your program is finished tonight, I will view the stream to see if it is better after YouTube is done with their optimizations. I'm going to check on that too. JD. Oh, hi JD. Hi, it's me, Mizurki 3. Is that a drum set I see there? Is that what you use, Joey? I remembered. So you need to write Joey in there, because it takes this brain a few times to get it hooked up. Kippy says, okay, Peter, I'm going to go get a shower. I have to finish shooting my spare shots for the ATM Mini Pro, as I'm supposed to give it back tomorrow. Make sure you wash behind your ears, okay? I want to see those shots. Andre says, like me, you should consider the H.265 codec, and whenever camera has that, I use it. Easy choice. I wish the cameras would actually switch over to that much faster than what they're doing. They're making us wait. Which one shoots? I think the Fuji, the X-T4, allows you to choose H.265. And when I had the Fuji when I had the Fuji X-T3 in here, I was choosing the H.265 for that. Right now, only the MacBook Pro 16 is friendly with H.265, except the Mac Pro, of course. This one has no problems with 265. This is the 2017 iMac. The link to what I bought is in the description down below, but they're not showing you the 2017 anymore when you use that link. They're showing you the 2019. So let's see. So Apple took H.265 as its own. It does it natively. So when I remember one of the updates to Final Cut Pro was they added the H.265 in there. And actually, before I switched to all this live streaming stuff, I was saving all my
my files as H.265 to store them in the computer. So it would come in out of the cameras as H.264, then I would transcode them into H.265 and take a lot less. Andre says, when you crop more into the Olympus, I could see the difference, but it's still okay. Sometimes you can see it, but it still borders on okay, right? I know what you're saying. I got you. I can feel you. My iPad only goes to 1080 resolution. I can see your hair, but can you see my hair? No, I don't. And actually, mine, actually anything with Safari or Apple, they won't give you 4K. Okay. So on the Safari on this, it's 1080. But if I have Chrome, which is what I use, it's 4K. So Apple and YouTube don't like each other. So they don't, Apple doesn't let you take it. Okay. So where was Charles said you can buy the Rodecaster. Charles says you can buy the Rodecaster from Colonia Photo. They are in stock. And yes, I meant the Stream Deck XL. I'm going to try to get the Rodecaster from B&H when it comes into stock as a loaner, which means I'll have it here for 2 weeks. And excuse me, that's the way I like to buy things. I like to try it before I buy it. So if I was hot, or if anyone's hot for one, they're out of stock everywhere. Colonial Photo, they've got the Rodecaster Pro right there. So Randall, the Patreon page link is what you need. You know something, Randall? It's kind of funny, but I have it. I have a Patreon link. It's patreon.com/PeterGregg. So maybe you're right. I didn't even think of putting it in the subscription, in the description down below. So I need to fill in the description down below with the ones that I have. I'd like to put all the links in there so that this way I can get the affiliate link bonuses, and I'll put the Patreon. That's a good idea. So people can give that's one thing people don't know about Patreon. You can give something and then turn it off. So it takes a month for them to, they only charge it once a month, okay, I believe. Not an expert on Patreon, not at all, okay. And then after you give them what you wanted, you can turn it off. Or like if it's $3 or $10, they can do it every month, okay. So I have to go over there and see what I actually set up, Randall. I set something up because somebody wanted me to make a video for them. And I said, okay, I'll put it up, and I put it up on Patreon so they could buy it. He's laughing as you wish, trying to help. I know, Andre, you actually helped me a lot. Nice sound isolation, still a little hiss when you talk. Could be in the mic. If it's bad, then I'll have to go address it. If it's okay, I hear the clock in the back. No, you don't hear it. Now I can turn it on where the chimes go every 15 minutes, but that gets a little bit annoying. I know you were joking. I got that, but it made me think. Did I hear it? Am I hearing it or not? Mario, i9, the 9900 is last generation. i9 10 something is the current one. So I've seen them with the 10s. Don't let them fool you. You could get a reliable HP Guillermo Puertas workstation for much less than an Esteban Jobs machine. Now, if you can get me a Hackintosh where I can put the PC slot in there and I still get to use my Ecamm, now you're doing something, Mario. Okay, but I looked and they said the Hackintosh is not for most people. It's only for people that know how to fix things because they break and so on and so forth. But as soon as I found out about the Hackintosh, my eyes went like boing. You mean I can have like a PC form and I can put my PC card slot in there and I can run my Ecamm and my, yes, I'll take two. Just joking, okay? But then I started to do a little reading on it, and they said, oh no, it's not for the normal person. So I don't want to be spending, most of my days trying to fix the computer. So, I mean, if you wanted to show cameras, lenses, and other mostly black products, you could brighten the hand cam. Yes, the white stuff would clip. I kind of got it at the tippity-clippity point, right? Don't you see it like that? So like all the way over here. Actually, it's not overexposed. I could go a little bit more, but it's okay. I just got to remember to turn it and face it towards the lights, because I have a tendency to face it towards the camera. There's no lights over there, so then it gets dark. So if I kind of tilt it a little bit this way, like you can see my hand. Okay, my hand's in the light, but if I turn it like that, okay, it's not. You can actually see a little shadow in there, but that's fully lit properly. That's getting a little weird. Charles, by the way, my avatar is my Fuji X-T4 with the Viltrox 85 1.8. Well, I had a feeling it was one of the Viltroxes because that's pretty new. So congratulations again. You deserve it. You deserve a really nice camera. When you record with Ecamm, do you have the same options as for live streaming? Yes. I can set those same options. So I can actually record in 1080 60p at the high quality. And actually, I've done that, Andre. Look at the last video, the daytime video, not the nighttime live streams, on the Peter Gregg channel. And that was done exactly that. It was done 1080 60p using these cameras being recorded in this video. So you can go and critique that video. What was the name of it? Well, whatever the name of it was. I'm on the other channel, so I can't see. Okay, and you can critique that. And so I recorded it. It didn't live stream. I just recorded it into this hard drive. I took the file that it recorded. I put it into Final Cut Pro. I added the introduction at the beginning. I added the spin whoosh at the end and the outro. I even put in some copy, some text here and there. And then I just exported it and loaded it up. And it would have been the same thing as if I had recorded them on different cameras using the SD cards and then making a multicam and switching between cameras. But after I finished the recording, it was all done. So after it was all done, that felt really good. So it felt like, oh, I can plop in here anytime, switch everything on, and I'm ready to throw up some videos. Not throw up vomit, throw up some videos up onto YouTube. It was a good feeling. It's hard to describe. You'll just have to trust me on that. Having a video recording studio is a very nice thing. It's unusual because usually you got to put the cards and all the cameras and you got to sync, all the thing. So not having to do anything was very pleasant. It was a very nice surprise. I thought I saw something move over there. Nothing should move over there. Just so you know. No Hackintosh. I had so many and yeah, that's what I read. It's not for me. So I agree. I agree. The only thing was not running okay with the Hackintosh was the Final Cut Pro. Oh, that would be, well, I wouldn't actually, well, I do use it every night. I make my, before I come on, I make, my beauty things like this and stuff. Then I take that into Final Cut Pro. I take out a freeze frame. Okay, I take that and then I make my thumb. Thumbs are very important because that's the only thing that people will see and make them want to come in to see what we're all about. Okay, so I do want to make a good thumb. It was great with Premiere Pro. Since I have my 15-inch MacBook Pro 2016, my life got so easy. The Mac is a nice environment. PC is a nice environment too. They're just like 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. Unless you're going to build one, then you're going to build a PC, which I built 3 of them. I built 4. I've built 5. I built one for our priest. I built one for my uncle. I built one for a friend, and I built 2 for me. And one of the ones I built for me wound up, Dad took it. Okay, so I wound up getting it back. Okay, guys, so there's no fancy outro or anything. This was just to come in 2 hours and 19 minutes ago, just to say hello and surprise Andre, because I was thinking of him, and I said, I'm going to surprise Andre, and I'm going to put 4K up so he could see what was the results of all that, because Andre was emailing me back and forth, and I would send him, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And then he would write it back. Okay, so I'm just kind of closing the room up while you're watching. I can't even play the music on this channel because I'm not licensed. There would actually be a copyright infringement. So I wrote them an email and said, how can you handle that? Can I pay more where I can have it on more than one channel? They'll only allow me to have it on one YouTube channel and one Facebook channel and one Twitch channel and what else is a lot of channels, but only one of each. So I wrote them and I said, can I get 2 YouTubes? No YouTubes for you. No YouTubes for you. No 2 YouTubes for you. No 2 YouTubes for you. No 2 YouTubes. No, God, I can't even say it. So I'm waiting for an answer. If not, I'm going to try and switch it over here because I'm more likely going to do the music over here. You know, the little dancing and the singing. All right, good night, everybody. Say your good nights now, guys. I'm going to drink some water because this is going to be a cold exit, meaning, you know, with the music, you guys can talk for another 4 or 5 minutes. So until I get that music over here, it sounds so quiet in here, it's strange. So if I move over here, it almost sounds like my ears are ringing. Like you ever hear the noise in your ears where it sounds like a slight, not a ringing, okay, like you've got a medical problem, but that's how dead silent it is in here. Or that's how living silent it is in here. So I'm going to drink water. Everybody say good night. Do your good night and all that. Good night, my love. Wait, I have a mic. Let's turn off this mic. Turn on this one. Good night, my love. Pleasant dreams. Sleep tight, my love. May tomorrow be sunny and bright, and bring us together tomorrow night. If you should awake in the midst of the night, please remember, dear, I'll get that note. I'll be there, you know I care. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Oh, good night, my love. Pleasant dreams, sleep tight, my love. Pleasant dreams, may tomorrow be sunny and bright, and bring you closer to me. Okay, you had your time. You had your time to say goodnight. You had your time to say goodnight, to say goodnight. Oh, now we're up to 20. Now people are coming in? What? What? We were hovering around 14, 15. I'm going to go to bed, and now we've got 20 people in here. What the H-E-L-L? Okay. So what's going on? Yes, we're going to whoosh. We're going to do all that. Yes. Tonight was a success, right, Andre? If it was a success, tell me that. Yes, 4K for all of us. Yes. So here's the big question. Should I do it doesn't cost you anymore, and it doesn't cost me anymore. Should I do 4K to make this thing a little bit different? Or just do the 1080 60p, which I'm perfectly happy with. So now I'm talking with this mic instead of the other mic. I guess I should ask, which mic do you like better? Huh? Do you like me talking with this mic better? Or do you like me talking with this mic better? This is the LAV, the Sony mic. This mic is $700, but of course it's wireless transmitters and stuff. This one is about $200. Okay, and I don't have the AT2020. The AT2020, you've got to be the way it is now, total silence. That's how loud it is. Wake it back up, Peter. Wake it back up. Andre is giving me a thumbs up. I missed that toilet flushing sound at the end. What toilet flushing sound? Are you trying to make jokes? Are you a professional joke maker? Is that on your card? If I were to get your business card, does it actually say professional joke maker, Scott? So wake it back up, Peter. Wake it back up. Oh, we dropped down to 16. Okay, so we spiked up to 20. For a second there, it scared me. Andre, the LAV sounds good, right? Now, if I can put the LAV through the Roadster, whatever it's called, okay, and I could just push a button and just start singing and have a little reverb, wouldn't it be awesome to sound good like that? I like to sound pretty decent. It makes me feel maybe a little bit proud. Yes, it does. And I wouldn't have to change mics. All right. Oh, we got yeah. Did you guys get a thing on your phone? 9 o'clock, you can't go out no more in Miami-Dade County. Okay, 9 o'clock is a curfew. Meaning if I want to go get donuts and share a donut with Scott, I can't go to the Dunkin' Donuts to get some donuts. What is that? Now they have crossed the line. Face masks, what else? Gloves, stay at home. But now, no donuts? What is up with no donuts? They have got to be absolutely kidding me. Which camera are we on? We're on the Olympus. Boy, the Olympus I don't think has gotten this much time in ages. You'll like the Rodecaster. Scott Rogers, unemployed comedian. Woody likes the hand mic. Andre likes the lav mic. Charles is telling me to stay inside, I think is what you need. Yeah, I'm working towards that. You know, the money tree, I'm on Social Security now, guys, so just a little bit gentle. Okay, if I was 25, 35, we could push a little bit. But now, at this age, you know, did somebody say donuts? No, nobody said donuts. Did anybody say donuts in here? Santa Claus, did you say donuts? Oh, I forgot to put on that other light. And yes, Lou, the Windex bottle is in the kitchen tonight. I was actually using it today because I was just doing a few chores, which when I finish here, I actually have to load up the dishwasher, and I will be using the Cascade Professional in the dishwasher. And I learned something else. I'm giving the dishwasher 4 or 5 squirts of the Clorox, bathroom spray that's basically bleach to sanitize. So when it comes out, the bleach actually, even though we have a sanitize cycle, and I do put it on that, okay, I put 4 or 5, I probably put 6 or 7 squirts of bleach, and they come out completely sanitized. Just if you got enough people in your house where you're worried and you want to make sure your spoons and forks and knives are all sanitized. But when you get the Cascade Professional, you're going to go, thank you, Peter. I haven't seen clean dishes in years. Okay, and run it longer. Don't go for the short cycle crap. Go with the long one, okay? The long one, and you can even put sanitize on. Okay, so that's it. Somebody writing peanut butter and jelly? Charles did. I knew that caught my eye. Charles said, time for peanut butter and jelly. Look at your chat. You can see where he wrote it. Don't just count on me to put it up on the screen. You can look there too. You can always do your outro in silence. Audio muted. So I actually have to turn it back on because that's kind of rude. But wait a minute, Charles says time for a peanut butter and jelly. I might do that. Our curfew here is 10, but you're not in Miami-Dade. The curfew in Miami-Dade County for Miami is 9. The Roadmaster 4K or 1080, both are great. Okay, that's 2 sentences. For those of us that actually read English, Ken says, the Roadmaster, yes! He gave an exclamation point. Zit! Okay, and then he said the 4K or 1080, zzz, both are great. Boop, boop, okay? So that's how you speak with, the pronunciations. You are spraying the Clorox spray after you unload. No. But before the next cycle, no, okay? Dishwasher is loaded with dirty dishes. I put the soap in the door. The door is still down, not closed, but down. The racks are in. Dirty dishes. Ooh, okay. Now I take the Clorox spray that I spray on the counter, just wipe that down too, okay, and I just spray the door 6 or 7 times. Not a lot of Clorox, okay, and then I close it and run the cycle. So that Clorox sanitizes and kills everything probably within the first 3 or 4 minutes. Look for an article. I read an article, how to sanitize stuff in your house during this pandemic or something. And Clorox is the king, okay? They want you Cloroxing everything but your toes, okay? So that's all you do. You want it to start, before you even start the cycle, you just give it a little shot of Clorox. If you have a Clorox bottle, maybe 2 tablespoons. That's all. And that makes your water sanitized water. Woody, Ryland's video today was crazy. Yes, it was. I wrote him 2 comments. He is a special guy. I love watching that guy. So if you guys didn't see Ryland, we're back up to 18. So at 20, it pulled back. Everybody thought I was going to bed, and I am. I am going to bed. I am not kidding you, okay? What time is it? Oh, it's only 12:30. Boy, it's weird when you start at 10. I can go extra and I don't feel it. Wow, I'm going to have to think about this. How many of you guys would actually get ticked off if I started at 10 instead of 11? Okay, Peter, also consider checking your HDMI cables if they are capable of 4K 60p. I'll recommend the Belkin HDMI 2.1. I'll check on that. I did exchange some of them, but I don't know what I have. If I had to tell you right now, if you came over to me and you said, Peter, what? Do you have HDMI 2.1? I don't know. All right, so I sang goodnight to you guys. Which camera am I on? Okay, that's a good camera. Wasps. What about the wasps? Oh, that's what was in Ryland's. He was scared of the wasp. He goes, oh my God, did you see that? I thought he saw a bird or something. I didn't realize that Ryland saw a wasp. And I started laughing. The boy saw a wasp and it freaked him out. When you get stung by a wasp, which I have been, it's enough to make you cry. Tears come out. That's how bad it hurts. So he's got a reason, okay, which surprises me that he doesn't bring something with him out there in the middle of the field. Who knows what can come up out of the ground? He needs to get a can of wasp spray and put it in his bag, because that will also stop a charging animal, okay? So that's what Ryland needs to do. Ryland, okay. And that's a good thing to keep by your bed at night too. You guys that don't like guns and stuff, even if you do like guns, they can take the gun from you. But with the wasp spray, it's designed to go like 25, 30 feet away. Okay, so you could spray it while you're laying in bed at somebody coming in the door, and it'll disable them. That's something, especially if you got ladies in the house and stuff, and then you don't have to worry about killing the person, okay, which I'm not into. Doesn't the hot water kill everything, or are you washing your dishes in cold water? Technically, the hot water will, if the dishwasher will get you up to 167. You need 167. Now, if you want to run a test, and you want to go through all that and putting a probe in there and everything, even if they say they do, then you're not sure if it's sanitized. But 2 tablespoons of Clorox, you don't have to worry about it. Don't even worry about it, okay? So it's just kind of like a lazy man's way of doing it. Because a lot of 4K cables are capable only up to 24 to 30-ish frames per second. Well, this cable, whatever's doing here, seems to be doing pretty good. But I'll test it. I'm into testing. Not a problem. Peter, sing us a hymn. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, yes, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, yes, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching. Can I do it? In. Thank you. I can hear the applause. All right, Scott, you got your hymn. You want me to sing a her? Oh, when the girls come marching in. Oh, when the girls come marching in. Oh, yes, I want to be in that number. All right. Charles says, Europe is waking up. Well, me singing like that, they're going to wake up. Okay. With the astronauts. The GH4 has full HDMI port. Yes, sir. Are you talking about the size? It uses the mini. But yes, it's got full. We're on HDMI here. I actually have 2 extra HDMI cables laying on the floor there. So Ken says, those murder wasps are in Canada and the US. They are big. Yeah. That's why the boy got scared. I can't blame him. I can't make fun of him. It was just funny to watch. It will be hard to find micro HDMI to full-size HDMI 2.1. I'll look. I can always get an adapter. Will the adapter kill it, or is the adapter okay? Actually, I have an adapter on one. No, I took the adapters off. I have the adapter, but I'm not using it. What can I tell you? Let's see what Charles says. I filmed the liftoff with the XT4 with the Viltrox 85 1.8. Cool. When do I get to see it? Ken says, bravo. You have to get some brand name cables. That will guarantee the 2.1 standard, because there is a lot of fakes. Yeah, there's one called, I think, Cable Matters or Cable Companies or something like that. And Belkin is a big name. Actually, this is Delkin with a D. That's the brand I use here, is with the Delkin. I was saying that maybe the 85 wasn't going to be strong enough, but with the 2X adapter, you got it. You got it. Clapping your hands. Using the Hollywood type clapper will help with syncing the audio. Yeah, I clap my hands. Or using. Okay, boys and girls, class is over. Peter is saying good night. I'm going to click this. I already sang you some songs. Good night.